Welcome back to Two Wheel Trends, where today we take a deep dive into one of the most exciting middleweight scramblers of the year. The 2025 Honda CL500 Scrambler has arrived with that nostalgic retro flavor, rugged off-road use, and the practical engineering that Honda is known for. But is it just a stylish urban poser? Or can this machine really take the beating of trails while still making city streets its playground? Let's find out as we uncover every inch of this bike, from its vintage-inspired looks to its modern heart beating under that classic tank. Stick around till the end as we explore whether this Scrambler is the right fit for your next ride. The first glance at the CL500 Scrambler gives off some serious retro Scrambler vibes, and Honda has really nailed the blend between classic and modern. Up front, you're greeted with a round LED headlight enclosed in a metal housing that screams old school while giving you modern brightness and efficiency. It's flanked by minimalist LED turn indicators that stay tucked in and don't ruin the clean aesthetic. The front fender is positioned high, adding to the Scrambler feel, giving it a lifted, off-road-ready appearance. A set of classic-looking fork gaiters cover the 41mm telescopic front forks, and not only do they look great, but they're also functional, protecting the fork seals from dust and debris. Moving to the side profile, the CL500 looks rugged and compact. It's built on a diamond-style steel tube frame that gives it a lean, athletic look. The gas tank is finished in solid, bold colors, with rubber knee pads on either side that give it a vintage British Scrambler touch. You can see how the frame is intentionally minimal, allowing the engine and exhaust to be visually dominant. The blacked-out parallel twin engine sits proudly exposed, adding to the bike's muscular look. What really draws attention, though, is the high-mounted exhaust with a heat shield that climbs along the right side of the bike. This is signature Scrambler design, and Honda executes it cleanly. It doesn't look like an afterthought, but like an integral piece of the design. The 19-inch front and 17-inch rear cast wheels were dual-purpose Dunlop mixture tires, hinting at the bike's off-road aspirations, and they sit beneath a pair of fat, beefy fenders that blend style with practical function. From the rear, the Honda CL500 keeps things clean and minimal. The LED tail light is slim and horizontal, mounted directly under the rear frame loop, giving it a tidy, tucked-in look. There's a classic-style bench seat that tapers slightly at the rear, sitting on a subframe that seems built with customization in mind. The rear indicators are again LED and placed discreetly to not distract from the minimalist tail. The license plate holder is fixed to a rear fender that keeps debris at bay while not killing the styling. And for those into tail-tidy kits, the CL500 gives plenty of room to play around without requiring major modifications. From front to back, this bike delivers a Scrambler silhouette with the functionality and simplicity that makes customizing it a real possibility. Now, beneath that rugged retro skin, the CL500 hides one of Honda's most reliable mid-range power plants, a 471cc parallel twin engine lifted from the Rebel 500. This liquid-cooled 8-valve engine produces around 47 horsepower and 43 Nm of torque, tuned to deliver a smooth and broad power band. It's Euro 5 Plus compliant and refined to meet the 2025 emission standards without sacrificing responsiveness. The engine is mated to a 6-speed gearbox with a slipper assist clutch, which makes shifting easy and forgiving, especially in urban traffic or during off-road descents. Honda engineers didn't just transplant the Rebel engine blindly, they've retuned the fuel mapping and throttle response for the Scrambler's character. That means better low-end grunt and a bit more snap in the mid-range to handle quick bursts of acceleration, whether you're riding through trails or emerging onto highways. As for how it performs, the Honda CL500 Scrambler might not be a hardcore dirt bike, but it holds its own with surprising confidence off the pavement. On road, the bike is light, nimble, and easy to maneuver thanks to its 192-kilogram curb weight. The upright ergonomics, flat handlebars, and mid-mounted foot pegs give you a commanding riding posture, great for commuting, carving through city traffic, or cruising country roads. On gravel paths or light off-road trails, the suspension does a commendable job. The front 41mm telescopic forks offer 150mm of travel, while the rear twin shocks give you 145mm. The preload adjustable rear setup allows you to tweak the ride for a pillion or luggage, which is handy for weekend getaways. However, keep in mind this is not the CRF250 AD ruts, jumps, or hardcore enduro tracks are not its comfort zone. But for adventure-curious riders looking to take dirt detours and fire roads, the CL500 is capable enough. Braking is handled by a single 310mm disc up front with a 2-piston caliper and a 240mm disc at the rear. ABS comes standard, and it's tuned for both on-road and light off-road use. There's no switchable ABS here, which might disappoint some aggressive trail riders, but for the intended audience, it works well and provides confidence-inspiring braking in various conditions. The seat height stands at 790mm, making it accessible to shorter riders while still offering good ground clearance at 155mm for off-road excursions. Fuel economy is another win for the CL500. With the 12-liter tank and Honda's efficient tuning, you're looking at around 27–30 km per liter in mixed riding, giving you a comfortable 300–350 km range depending on your throttle habits. Whether you're a commuter or an explorer, the efficiency here makes it a practical choice. Now let's talk price. The 2025 Honda CL500 Scrambler is priced competitively to appeal to new riders and experienced Scrambler lovers alike. In most markets, it's launching around the $7,000 to $7,500 mark, which puts it squarely in the middleweight retro category, going up against the likes of the Royal Enfield Scram 411, Yamaha XSR 700, and even the Triumph Scrambler 400X. But where the CL500 wins is in Honda's reputation for long-term reliability and ease of ownership. Maintenance is simple, parts are easily available, and you've got Honda's global dealer network backing it up. It also comes with optional accessories, like a headlight grille, bash plate, knuckle guards, and soft panniers, allowing riders to tailor the bike to their adventures. For those wanting a bit more edge, there are special edition colorways and trim packages expected to roll out later in the year, including matte green, heritage red, and a stealthy all-black version. In real-world riding, the CL500 delivers a balanced, approachable, and fun experience. It's not intimidating to new riders but still has enough punch to keep experienced bikers entertained. The Scrambler setup allows you to leave the tarmac with confidence, and the on-road manners are polished and refined. There's a flexibility here that not many bikes in this segment offer. It can be your commuter, your weekend escape machine, and even your style statement. The instrumentation is a neat circular LCD unit that keeps the vintage charm while giving you all the essentials to speed, gear position, trip, fuel gauge, and time. It's readable in daylight and simple to use, though some riders might wish for a bit more tech like connectivity or navigation. But the point of this bike isn't about tech overload. It's about riding, exploring, and keeping things mechanical and engaging. So who is the CL500 Scrambler really for? It's perfect for riders looking to start their journey with something more versatile than a standard naked bike. It's ideal for those who love retro looks but don't want to deal with the unreliability or maintenance of vintage bikes. It's also a solid second bike for experienced riders who want a low-fuss, go-anywhere machine with Honda's rock-solid engineering. Whether you're riding through dense urban streets, coastal highways, or gravel back roads, this bike won't disappoint. It's not about peak horsepower or top speed. It's about versatility, character, and the joy of riding a machine that connects you to the road, the trail, and the journey ahead. Wrapping it up, the 2025 Honda CL500 Scrambler is a well-executed middleweight that brings a lot to the table without being flashy or overcomplicated. It's practical, fun, and designed to evoke a feeling of freedom, of exploration, of classic riding spirit. For riders who want a motorcycle that does a little bit of everything with style and confidence, the CL500 checks a lot of boxes. It doesn't try to be everything to everyone, but what it does really well. And with Honda's build quality and accessible price, This scrambler is likely to become a popular choice on road set and trails all over the world. If you enjoyed this deep dive into the 2025 Honda CL500 Scrambler, don't forget to hit that like button, subscribe to Two Wheel Trends, and share your thoughts in the comments. Would you pick this over a Scram 411 or a Triumph Scrambler 400X? What would you mad first, the exhaust, the bars, or the seat? Let us know. Ride safe, ride far, and keep the trends two-wheeled. See you in the next one.